Hey guys, how's it going? It's the Crypto Lark here. Today I wanted to do a tutorial for you covering two topics. One, how to get, deposit, and withdraw digital currencies into an exchange like Binance. And the second is how to use stop limit orders. They're kind of different ideas. The stop limit order is a little more of an advanced tool, but it's definitely useful for some of you who are starting to dabble into trading. So we're going to get into how that works after a quick shout out to everyone who has been hitting that like button, and of course everybody who has been subscribing to the channel. Guys, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Furthermore, this is not professional financial advice. It is just a dude talking about cryptocurrencies on the internet. Let's get into it. Now, the one thing you need to understand first and foremost, exchanges like Binance do not accept US dollars. They do not accept euros, do not accept pounds, do not accept Zimbabwean dollars or South African rand or any of that stuff, guys. You have to use cryptocurrencies. And you may be confused because when you come over here and you click on exchange, you're going to see an option come up that says USDT. And that's going to be confusing for a lot of you guys. When I come here, we're going to click that. You're going to see this, USDT. That is not US dollars. That is US dollar tether. So that is a digital representation of one US dollar, but not a US dollar. So please keep that in mind. You do need to send digital currencies over here in order to buy other digital currencies. Now, you might think, well, that sounds great, Lark. Where do I get digital currency in the first place? Well, let's go over and check it out. You might want to use a service like Coinbase. There are others as well. For example, cex.io is another place where you can come and get Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum, for example, but they only have direct buying services for Bitcoin and Ethereum. That is a common situation with many of these exchanges. There are some places like CoinSpot where you can use, for example, Australian dollars in this situation to buy multiple kinds of digital currency. But the problem is this. You can see here, Ethereum, $1,096. Now, the actual rate should be 974 Australian dollars. This is based on the current price of Ethereum at 747 US dollars. Right there. That's a pretty big markup. And that's the same story for all the currencies they sell. So that's really, really big markup there. And of course, they have a pretty good spread of stuff. They have IOTA and NEM and EOS and Cardano, and that's cool. That's really cool, but the markup's pretty substantial. Now look, you're gonna have to pay fees over on Coinbase as well. You're gonna have to pay fees basically anytime you try to buy your digital currencies. It's part of the game, guys. You gotta get over that and realize, yeah, you gotta pay fees. It sucks, but that's the way it is. Now, you're gonna come over here. I have to assume that you've got to be able to come over here and create yourself a username and a password and get your card registered onto Coinbase. You have to be able to do that, guys. That's your mission, to overcome that hurdle to be able to come on here and actually buy and sell digital currencies. Now, Coinbase is not actually supported in New Zealand. I know that most of you guys will be able to use a service like Coinbase. We could use CEX. It would be the same thing. I know Coinbase is the most popular, so we're using that as our example. Now, you can see here, this is what the buying window will look quite similar to. So you're going to have your bank card linked to this, right? So your checking card or your credit card, you're going to select that as your payment method. Decide which digital currency you want to buy. You can, of course, buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Litecoin over here on Coinbase. Very, very popular at the moment, of course. Then you come down here and select how much you want to buy, how much you want to spend. Maybe you want to spend 200 bucks. You put 200 bucks in. Maybe you want to buy 2 Litecoin. You put 2 Litecoin in, and then that'll reflect whatever dollar value that happens to be at the time of getting that. And of course, you will have to pay a fee. Then you click the button here, and voila, you get your digital currency. Now we've got our money. Fantastic. Well, how do I get it from here over to Binance? Well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked it. We're going to want to go here to our account. you see I've deposited a little bit of Litecoin here so that we can actually send that across to Binance. You can click send, and it's asking for a Litecoin address. All digital currencies have a cryptographic address that goes with them. Unfortunately, you just can't send it to John Binance. It doesn't work quite like that at the moment anyway. Some are trying to solve that problem, but that's a different discussion for a different day. Now, we're going to want to go to our account. We're going to want to go to Funds, Deposits, Withdrawals. We're going to want to go here. We can look up Litecoin. So just type in LTC. That is the ticker code for Litecoin, or I could of course just type in LITCOIN for Litecoin. Now we want to deposit some Litecoin, so we're going to go to deposit. Here's my address. I can highlight it and hit Control C, or I can hit this right here and that'll copy the address for me. If you have a mobile wallet where you have some Litecoin, you can also scan the QR code here and send some Litecoin to that address. Very convenient. Now we're going to go back over here to Coinbase. I've copied my address. I'm going to paste it in. Voila, just like that. Nice and easy. Now, how much are we going to send? Well, we're going to try to send as much as we can. Remember, there is a fee that you are going to have to pay. So the network fee right now is 0.004538. So not going to go away with sending point once. We're going to have to put in a 0 and a point and a 1. Ooh, and I think I just get in there. Fantastic. I have just enough to be able to send that over. So I'm going to send 0.1 Litecoin over to the address. Go ahead and click continue there. I confirm that. Make sure you've got the right address. Make sure you've got the right amount. Always double check the information. It is really easy, especially if you're going back and forth between a few different addresses, to easily copy and paste the wrong one. So always do double check that. So it starts with an L and it finishes with a little t. So we can go back here and just have a double check. Starts with big L, finishes with a little t. That is the correct address. So we're going to go ahead and confirm that transaction there. It's on the way. Yay! Fantastic. Now, Litecoin tends to move pretty quick. Bitcoin, not so much. Bitcoin tends to be a bit slower, for example. Now, if you're ever wondering, gosh, where is my Bitcoin transaction? You can actually check that on the public blockchain. That's the great advantage of coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin. The privacy coins is a different story for a different day, perhaps. Now we're going to copy my Bitcoin address here just so I can show you guys real quick how this works. We're going to go to blockchain.com. So this is to check my Bitcoin balance for my Coinbase account. I'm going to put the address in, and we're going to look up my address. You can see I've got an address, but there have been no transactions. Like I said, I don't really use Coinbase, guys. We're just doing it for the purpose of this video. But that is how you can very easily see where it is. Now look, if I had sent a transaction to my Binance wallet, that would show up here. If somebody is sending me a transaction, that would show up here. It all shows up on the blockchain. It's publicly audible. You can get in here and see where your transaction is. Now, normally you need 6 confirmations to clear any given transaction. So we can even go check over on Block Cipher. So this is the Litecoin Block Explorer. And so we're going to come back here. And we're going to grab my Litecoin address for Binance, because this is where I'm sending it to. I'm going to copy that address, go back to the Block Cipher, I'm going to paste that in there. And we're just going to see what's going on with my transaction, how that is coming along. So look at this. You've got 0.1 Litecoin unconfirmed at the moment. So it's still to come in. So we're still waiting on that to get confirmed. Look, we're waiting on 0 out of 6 confirmations. So we got to wait a few minutes for that Litecoin to come through. Okay, so it took about 10 minutes for my Litecoin to arrive from Coinbase over here to Binance. Litecoin's pretty quick. Bitcoin can take an hour or more sometimes, so you do need to keep that in mind. Now, sending Litecoin is exactly the same process as sending Bitcoin or as sending Ethereum. So you just have to go and find your relevant Bitcoin deposit address on Binance or your Ethereum deposit address on Binance if you have bought those relevant currencies over on Coinbase. Now, we want to continue the process here. We're going to buy something here with our Litecoins. We got to sell it first. We got to sell it first because there's no Litecoin pairing, right? So we're going to hit sell. Oh, we need an amount. Look at that. So let's do how much should we sell here? Let's sell 100%. So that's all the Litecoin, 0.12 Litecoin. We're going to hit the sell button. Now that's just put it in at 18438, which is basically the current market rate for it. If you want to get a higher amount for that, well, then we could, for example, try and sell it at a higher rate, or we could buy it at a lower rate. So you can adjust these numbers here. These, of course, are the people who are selling, and these are the people who are buying. Now, we're not going to be buying Litecoin. No, we've sold our Litecoin. Now we want to buy something that we can't buy with Litecoin. So let's go up here and we can buy some good old-fashioned, let's make it EOS for fun. I know we said we were going to buy some IOTA, but let's buy some EOS. So that'll be fun. So we went up, we found our EOS Bitcoin pairing. Now, here's where the fun comes in. Let's say, for example, that I think, you know what, I think EOS is going to go back down to 45,000 Satoshi. You can see right now it's at 45,230 Satoshi. So that's the buy order I'm going to put in. I can come down here and manually adjust this order. So I'm going to put in 45,000 there. You can see 45,000 Satoshi. You don't actually need to worry about any of the zeros after that because they're calculated in automatically. So that is the price in Bitcoin that I'm willing to pay to buy some EOS. Now I'm going to spend 100% of my Bitcoin to buy that. I'm going to go ahead and hit that there, and that'll give me 8 EOS. You can go ahead and click buy here. And that order is now in. Now I have to wait for that to actually clear because, of course, it's not at the current market rates. Maybe the price will keep going up and I won't get my price. Maybe the price will go down and it'll go way cheaper. But that's the price that I want to buy it for, so that's the price that I put in. Now, we're going to go ahead and cancel that order real quick. Let's say, for example, I have now bought my EOS at 45,000 Satoshi, and it goes up to 50,000 Satoshis, and I want to sell it. Well, great. You come back in here and you repeat the process. Except now we're going to go over, we're going to hit sell EOS, 100%. Click the sell button if you want to sell it at that market rate, or you can always put in an advanced order. You can say, hey, I want to sell it when it gets to 50,000 Satoshi. I bought it at 45 and I want to sell it when it gets to 50. And you put that order in. Set it, forget it. You come back and look at it later, and that's the beauty of setting a limit order. Okay, so now you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Lark, okay, I've sold my EOS. I have some Bitcoin sitting here. How do I get my pounds or euros or whatever fiat currency I want back? Well, you've actually got to kind of reverse the process. So look, we have to actually go over to our deposits and withdrawals page. And of course, you're going to find that if you want to access that from here, you can just go ahead and click on your account, go to funds, deposits, withdrawals. And we got to find our Bitcoin real quick. So we're going to hit BTC. There we go. We're going to go ahead and click on our Bitcoin. We're going to click withdrawal. Now, we're going to create a new address here. And you're probably going to be immediately confused by this thing. Label, what the heck's a label? Why is that here? What's this? I don't know. Well, it's actually really, really simple. We're going to do Lark Coinbase. That's simple. It just gives you a name so that you can remember your address for the future. You can see here I've got my Bittrex and my ledger, for example, set up. So you can use any of those. Now, where's the address? We got to go back over here to Coinbase, click Receive Bitcoin, show address, copy the address, go back over here to Binance, and pop our address in. And then you hit Max if you want to send all of your Bitcoin over, of course. Maybe you don't want to send that much over. And then you click on Submit. You enter your Google Authenticator code. You better be using two-factor authentication. If you're not, you're crazy. And we're going to enter that code. So we'll just say 111111 for now. Hit Submit. and that will then take the transaction to your email, where you have to click one more time to confirm. You should have email confirmation set up as well. And then the Bitcoin will be transferred over to your Coinbase. Now, once it gets over to your Coinbase, of course, you can go back to buy and sell, click on sell, and sell your Bitcoin. It's that easy. That's the process. From buying it to selling it, the whole way through. Okay, there's one other thing I want to talk with you guys about today, and that is the stop limit order. Now, this is a new feature on Binance. Many exchanges do have this, though. This is a great feature. This is that let you sleep at night kind of thing, where you don't have to worry about, gosh, I made some great gains today. I don't want to make all my losses, too, while I sleep. Now, let's just say, for example, you came in here and you bought some XRP, and you bought it down at, let's say, 3,000 Satoshis. So you bought it at 3,000 Satoshis. Nice. You're feeling pretty good. It's up to 3,400 Satoshis, but you're worried the market might go back down a little bit, and if it does, you don't want to lose. So what do we have to do in that situation? Well, we're going to come over here and we're going to set our stop limit order. So this actually lets you prevent those losses. Remember, we bought it at 3,000 Satoshis, okay? I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, okay, well, if it goes below 3,250 Satoshis, I want out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a 0 in, we're going to put a dot, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and then we're going to do 3, 2, 5. And so that actually gives us that trigger. Now this is what the stop is. The stop is a trigger. This is something that says, hey, you know what? After this point, let's put in a sell order, because I feel like the market might be going down and I don't want to have to eat that loss. So sometimes the market moves very fast, so you actually want to set your limit. So this is the limit is the price you want to sell at. The stop's the trigger. The limit's the price you want to sell at, okay? So we're going to hit 0. We're going to hit dot. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do 3, 2. So as soon as the market hits 3,250 Satoshi, in order to sell, my XRP is going to be placed automatically for me. And the price that it's going to be put in at is 3,200 XRP. So no matter what happens, I have made 200 Satoshi per XRP off of this trade. Very useful tool. Now we're going to go ahead and hit the 100% there. So I've got my 125 XRP here. Then I'm going to put this stop order in on. We're going to click sell. So if the price drops to or below 3,250 Satoshi, in order to sell the XRP at 3,200 Satoshi will be placed. Yes. And it's that easy, guys. This is a nice tool to let you sleep in peace at night. Anyway, guys, I hope that this has been a really useful video for you. I know we covered two very different concepts, but I hope this is a nice how-to tutorial on some basic features and some ways to, really get involved with cryptocurrencies. And of course, if you're not signed up to Binance yet, guys, get signed up to Binance. They're one of the most exciting exchanges out there. I got a link down below, so go ahead and hit that up. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.